It's week 4 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll get a look at Ezekiel Elliott. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the 49ers and the Rams under the lights on Monday night.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we finish off week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game, that's where the focus naturally gravitates. And I think we have a fairly interesting one here.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Bringing him out is the pride of North Dakota State, now at his 7th NFL season, Carson Wentz.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The numbers for Zeke from last week: 19 carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, 2.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the 2nd-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 23 carries, 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing Jones. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams number in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara, and then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory.
Now Jones. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. On second and goal, Jones. This is caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Back to throw again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The Niners at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deshaun Jackson, 48 yards.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one at 62 yards in the air.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 29, Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Wentz now on first down. Throw downfield going to be taken in by Jackson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
There's less than 10 players still active from the 2008 NFL Draft, and here's one of them picking up the first down. Deshaun Jackson still got plenty of that speed. They had him 36 all-time in receiving prior to this season. It may not be a lot of playing time left for him, but every time he's out on the field, his presence will be felt.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw is Wentz. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. A give to Elliott running left. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Wentz now on third and goal. Flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Throwing again on second and 10. Jones throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Chubb.
Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On second down, Elliott once more. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And some room to roam now. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
93 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And again, it's Chubb.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. But that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
From the 39, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Where they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well.
got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw brought in by Watson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Wentz. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now Wentz again. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Looking to throw. Jones. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, Yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams, and they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 29, Jones. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 114 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Jones throwing on first down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the third down.
Well, he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
They'll get this to about the 38.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz going to throw.
Quick slant complete to OBJ.
The quick slant good for 8 down first.
This has to go down to one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wentz now on 1st down. Jackson's got it over the middle.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down at 4.
Now Wentz. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the knee tackle.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And Chubb will try the middle here.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Jones throw here taken in by Ingram.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams. Corey Davis, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Rams have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Wentz.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Open man, Parham. He's got him.
He's going to go out of bounds takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Wentz's throw. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Go the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Jones now on first down. Open man downfield is Davis. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately...
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chase Claypool. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Yeah, the script really is sidelined, and now that'll score deficit. Wentz now on first down. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Gerald McCoy able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
The Niners on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught at the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
On 1st down, Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Wentz going to go on 4th down. That's to his running. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go option to the short side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. A give running right is Chubb. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 12. 65 seconds remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Los Angeles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.